Today's story is about this guy called Felix. Now, Felix was happily married with two children, a boy and a girl. In fact, they were living happily together until one day the wife complained about her health. They did everything, every medication that they know, and they did, but she wasn't getting better. And so he finally took her to the hospital, and upon series of tests, it was discovered that she has a problem with one of her kidneys. Now, the treatment of this kidney problem was very expensive, so Felix has to sell some of his properties to be able to foot the bill of the treatment. And it got to a point things were getting very tough for him. But fortunately, he got a taxi to do work and pay. In fact, in the process of him doing the work and pay, the demands of the treatment was so much that he sold the car without the knowledge of the owner. In fact, when the owner got to know that he had sold the car, he got Felix arrested. Some few days after Felix was arrested in police custody, the wife died at the hospital. And so when the owner of the car also heard that the wife has died, he asked for his release. No, Felix took told the family, and the wife was buried. Now, Felix now has two children to take care of by himself, and he was doing everything, and the owner of the car too was also making demands. But one day luck struck on him, and he got an opportunity to travel outside, and one of the demands by the embassy was to conduct a DNA to ascertain whether the two children are really his. When the embassy did the DNA, the result came out that the two children are not Felix's children. Felix was in shock because this is a woman that he has stayed with all this while. That is the wife. She got pregnant. They jubilated and the rest. How come the children are not his? And therefore they told the family, and the family decided to find out exactly what was happening and who really are the fathers of these children, and that Felix is not aware. And so they went and saw a spiritualist. The spiritualist actually called the spirit of the wife, and when the wife came, Felix heard the voice and confirmed that this is the wife. So the first question that Felix asked was, what happened to her before she died? And according to the wife, one of her cousins cursed her over fish. And the fish, the curse affected her so much that she died out of the curse. And Felix was like, why didn't you tell me this is happening? Somebody has cursed you because of fish, and you kept it to yourself and you died. The spirits of the woman didn't say anything. And so Felix went ahead and asked the two children, who are their father? Because I did a DNA test, and the test proved that they are not my children. Who are the children? Then the wife said that the first one is the father of the first one is their pastor. The pastor of the church that they attend. He is the father of the first one. In fact, Felix was in shock, more than shock. And the second one, the spirit of the woman said that it was a doctor. Apparently, she after they got married and they were struggling to get pregnant, she went to the pastor for prayers, for counseling. And in the course of counseling, the pastor had an affair with her and she got pregnant. When she told the pastor that she was pregnant, the pastor advised her to come and give the child to the husband. And so that she did. And they even went to church and gave thanks to God for giving them a child. And the same thing too happened with the second one. When no pregnancy was coming again, he went to see a doctor, and the doctor impregnated her. So when the consultation was over, Felix approached the pastor, and of course the pastor told the truth. The child is mine. In fact, I impregnated your wife. This was what happened. She came for counseling, and we ended up having an affair, which shouldn't have been. But unfortunately, the spirit of the wife didn't tell him the where to locate the doctor. So it means that Felix cannot locate the doctor, for the second child. And instead of love, Felix now started developing hatred for the children, because these are the children that he thought they were his, and he has cared for them. Their mother is dead and he's caring for them, not knowing they are children of other people, which also means that Felix was not able to impregnate the wife. That was what it meant, But according to Felix, she was there, and then she started having dream of the wife. The wife will come to him in a dream and say that she is in pain. She cannot cross over to the other side because there is a problem. She is in pain, and she has a problem. She should come and help her. And so she told Felix some of the things that they must do. So Felix went back and consulted these spiritualists, and together with some of the families, they went to the cemetery to exhume the body. When they exhumed the body, they opened the coffin. They couldn't believe what they saw. A person who was laid with the face up has been turned upside down with the face down, and the hands were behind with handcuffs. They were in shock. It means that the woman, the wife, is being tried. The wife has done something serious, and she is being tried over there. In fact, this tells us that death is not the end. There are things that happen. The wife was really going through something. So they did what they could. They destroyed the handcuffs. They did what they could with the incantation and everything, and they closed the coffin and buried it again. But some few days after, the woman appeared in Felix's dream again and said that they need to do some other things because she is still not free. There's something else that must be done. So she gave the direction as to what to be done. And so Felix got the family members together with the spiritualists, and they went back again, exhumed the body. And guess what? When they opened it again, the wife's body was facing downwards. The hands are behind with the handcuffs that they destroyed. A new one has been put on her. It was a shock because they destroyed the first one. So how come, who put the new one there, and who turned the body upside down again? There is something in this life that we don't know, that we don't see with the eyes. The wife was being dealt with. And so they did what they could. And true to that, when everything was over, Felix didn't see their wife again. It means that what needed to be done for her to transition to the other side has been done. But now Felix is in pain, because now he has seen the father of the first child, but the second child, that's the doctor, he's not able to identify or to know exactly which doctor impregnated the wife. This is the serious problem. In fact, things are happening. You never know it until you are told. This world we live in, it's not just the physical. There are so many things, and that is why we all need Christ. Very important. What do you think Felix should do? Should Felix give out these children, or she should continue to love and care for them, even though they are not his biological children? And we must be very careful. Wives who will go and get pregnant and give it to their husbands, and husbands who will go and impregnate others and keep it from their wives. We must be very careful. What are some of the lessons, and what do you think Felix should do? Please leave it in the comment section below. And I want to see you in the next video. Things are happening. You never know it until you are told. Remember, Jesus loves you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.